up, world? It's Friday. Another day banana challenge.
Hello, this is Gloza. Is you okay? Is you good? Because I wanted to know.
Hi, my name is Philip DeFranco, and you are about to be filled in. Personally, I think you'll enjoy it.
This is a news show.
Hey guys, this next story kind of just makes me so happy, in just a weird way. The Department of Justice is looking for an Ebonics expert. Ebonics has actually been categorized as a language and is specifically named as Black English. And the position is only available in Atlanta. Oh my god, it's so funny. This is the most racist, non-racist thing ever. What the hell is he saying? How badly can you butcher the English language that it is literally categorized as a different language? I blame Soldier Boy. And also, the white devil for not giving those kids schools. Oh my god. And one big note is that Ebonics pronunciation includes features like the omission of the final consonant in words like past, pronounced pass, and hand, hand. The pronunciation of the TH in bath is T. So instead of bath, you would say bath or bath. And the pronunciation of the vowel in the words like my and ride as a long ah, such as my ride. One such sentence would be, yo, put my hand past my ride if you won't get back. For real. Can we change the name from Black English? Because I know some white people that talk like this.
Oh, there is a study. Oh, I'm just going to say this. There's a study that black women, and I'm talking in general, I saw it on the Today Show, that black women are getting more obese and dying faster than any other group. Because why? We're not exercising. Want to know why? Because we don't want to mess up our hair. We don't want to sweat, we don't want to go swimming, we don't want to mess up our hair. And that is a true study about black women. And it's true. We don't want, in general, we don't want to mess up our hair. So no, we're not going to sweat and exercise and do all that stuff. And no, for the most part, in general, we're not going swimming.
My black people in this country, because we have a lot of esteem issues, and my poor people, not just black, but my poor people too. I say black people because those are the people I grew up around in Baltimore and Brooklyn, places like that, so I see the way that they act. We, as a people, we have to stop being fucking haters. Why hating on each other? You know what I'm saying? You see another person successful and they hating. I remember I was out the other night and I was at a restaurant and a rapper came in. He's successful. He was driving like a Bugatti. I think that's like one of the most expensive cars in the world. And his entourage had a Phantom and he's just successful. This guy's from the streets. Probably grew up in the project and he made something out of himself. He come in a restaurant and people are whispering. There were the people who were giving him props like, oh my god, that's blah 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 blah. But then there's the haters like, oh fuck him, you know what I'm saying? Why he gotta be driving that? Why he gotta be driving that? The thing is, like, if Bill Gates was riding up in a fucking Bugatti or something, oh my god, it's Bill Gates, he has a Bugatti, oh that's so fucking cool. Like, we hate on each other so much. We have so much self-hate. I get more hate from my own people on YouTube than I do any other race. Oh, you're f***ing suck because you're finally successful. Oh my god, you need to be living in a f***ing project. F*** you, Daystorm. You know, like, why are you hating on your own people? You're supposed to look at their success and say, damn, this can be a pillar. This can be a person that's successful to me, and I want to inspire to do the same thing. I mean, granted, there are people who do give you love, but there's a lot of haters who just look at you like, no one in our race is supposed to be successful unless it's me.
Also, in very good news for America, or better put, America, while jobs are down, general happiness is taking a slide, there is one thing on the rise in America, and that is hate groups. Yes, because as most Americans know, if you are down, if you are sad, at least we can join together in general hatred for a group of people that's different. The real American way. Research is saying that as the economy went down, hate groups went up. Because as you should know, everyone needs a hobby, especially if you don't have a job. And here's a shocker, there's a larger percentage of them in the Southeast. Who would have guessed that? Ever. Everyone would have guessed that.
The Koran burnings that are going to happen in Gainesville, Florida. If you haven't heard, the leader of a small Florida church said Wednesday he was determined to go through with his plan to burn copies of the Koran on September 11th, despite pressure from the White House, religious leaders, and others to call it off. Pretty much everyone's like, this is a bad idea. But they are calling it International Burn a Koran Day from 6 to 9 p.m. Bring your children. And also, main point, burning the Koran isn't going to help anything. All it's going to do is further spread hate. And it'll also further endanger our troops that are overseas. Of course, the freedom of speech and to gather protects this man, and he has the right to state his opinion, even though it is the worst opinion I have heard today. And that was after someone proposed that I would be in hooking up too. It's just bad ideas. Inside joke.
People are not born racist. Whoa! I'll say it again. People are not born racist.
If you took 3 toddlers from 3 different races and you put them in a playpen, they're going to play together. I think their biggest argument will probably be who gets the red ball, which can only mean one thing. You gotta blame it on the parents who are teaching these kids to be racist. And then they grow up and that's all they know. And like I said in my religion video, it's hard to change somebody if they've been doing something their entire life. So now we have smaller nationalities or denominations hating on each other. Trinis and Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, Africans and African Americans. But this paper said the same thing.
In super happy fun time news, OkCupid, who loves doing unscientific scientific research, decided to scour the words and keywords and just anything on their people's pages to figure out what people like the most, split up into categories of their race. The results are kind of funny, some of them expected. Here we go. White men. White men love Tom Clancy, Van Halen, golfing, Harley Davidson, Ghostbusters, and The Big Lebowski. White women love the Red Sox, Jody Picoult, boating, NASCAR, and mascara. Black men. Soul food, I am cool, ESPN, playing basketball, menace to society, tall, dark, and handsome. But black women are probably my favorite. Soul food, The Color Purple, God-fearing, gospel, Alicia Keys, and of course, Tyler Perry. And then there's a bunch of other races that don't really matter. I'm joking, I just don't care. But the one phrase that was used the most across all races, I'm a simple guy, which I think translates into I'm a very boring person, which is why I'm on OkCupid. Science. It's amazing stuff.
The U.S. poverty rate is at the highest it's been since 1993. Over 15% of Americans are beneath the poverty line. And the poverty line is when a family of 4 people make less than $22,314 a year. The study also showed that Americans' wealth, the things they actually own, was down as well. That is most likely because of all the houses that have foreclosed. And what I found really interesting was the difference between races. I mean, I came from a place that regardless of race, most of us didn't have money. And so I was surprised when the study showed the median white household wealth was $113,000, while the median black family wealth was $5,700, and Latino households were $6,300, which also probably explains why the black and Latino communities have double the amount of people underneath the poverty line. So, some news to ruin your day. Yay! Let's move on though, getting sad.
So I think most people would prefer weaves, but you got to be up there in the price racket, you know, for that, or sacrifice some food and stuff, and light bills and whatever to get your weave done. And people do that. People will starve to death. Their kids will be hungry, but their hair will be like, what? And nails done too, so I don't have it like that.
And you have to pay your dues. A lot of people are not paying their dues in life in fucking general. You have to go where success is. My life is to try and be successful and inspire others. Oh my God, you know, you're so white, man. What does that mean? Because if it means successful, I guess I am so white. It just doesn't make sense to me that my people have so much self-hate. Like, wake up. Wake your asses up. Get your asses up and do something with yourself. Pull your fucking pants up. Put down whatever it is you're drinking or smoking on that you think is cool and get out and do something. So you probably ain't got $100 in your fucking bank accounts. People need to just wake up and just get themselves together, you know? And it's sad to see. It's just sad to see. It happens in every race. It happens with all people, but I'll mostly speak for my people because I see it happening a lot. Stop hating on each other. There's so much self-hate. One day someone said, oh, I saw Jay-Z back in Brooklyn. Him. He's a hater because he doesn't come back to the projects and hang on the stoop with us anymore. He outgrew the stoop, you idiot. What is he going to do sitting on the stoop when he could be sitting up there making power moves in life? What is he going to do, sit out there and drink a 40 with you? It's stupid. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? You have to put yourself around and in situations that's going to continue to keep you moving forward. Racism exists and extends far beyond my people. Girl, I thought he was African American. First, I would like to say, here in America, one of the main reasons racism still exists is because of the United States government. I'm unsubscribing. You didn't just say that. And I'll tell you why. Although I refuse to do the research, I would just like to say it was someone's bright idea to break everyone living in America down into subgenres or denominations. For those who don't know, a denomination is an identifying word that distinguishes someone or something from another. So now we have African American, Latin American, Asian American, American. If you was born in Africa and you're not African, they wouldn't say that you were Caucasian African or Latin African. No, you won't be. Because they don't put the hyphen there. It's a black man born in Asia or an Asian man born in Spain. Brazil German. Germillion?
Believe it or not, that hyphen is a big problem, folks, because if everyone who was born in America was known as American, then we'd probably eliminate a lot of the racism here in America.
People like, oh, are you all black? No, I am biracial. I'm biracial because sometimes I'm part Chinese, sometimes I'm part India.
My point is, you have absolutely, positively no reason to hate. And I have a lot of white friends and subscribers. They come past my channel, they spread love, give props, and then they keep it moving. But for the ones that do decide to spread hate, are you doing it because you're jealous? So when you do drop the bomb or the word nigger or spick or cracker, that just tells me that you don't know how to have an intellectual conversation, you're uneducated, and your parents were ignorant and filled with hatred. And you don't want people to think that your parents were filled with hatred, do you? Or maybe you do. Now, I can go on and on about racism, but this subject has been touched so many times. I'll just say this to all you racists out there, no matter what your color is. Ask yourself this question. Why do I choose to hate these people whom I see every day, but I choose to love God, whom I've never met? I don't know, it's just a question. And suppose your God turns out to be the color of the person that you hate. Then what are you going to do?
And hold up, and let me touch on this Obama thing really briefly, because I'm not really political, and I don't get into politics really quick, but a lot of people approach me on the streets, through the internet, and they're like, Storm, how do you feel about Obama? He ain't doing shit, this, that, and the other. And then, you know, the first thing I ask someone, I say, so did you vote? And these motherfuckers, they say, nah, I ain't vote, and he ain't doing nothing anyway. Motherfucker, you ain't even vote. Which means you don't have a voice. You don't got a voice. You ain't green. You don't recycle. You probably never even threw out a water bottle. And you sit up there complaining, talking about what Obama do for us. Motherfucker, he got in, which is change in itself. You probably can't even make your basketball team, you bench riding motherfucker. Sit up there complaining about what he did. You ain't done nothing. Sit in your house because you can't get an extra $50 on your food stamp, on your WIC. Chill the fuck out. Do something with yourself before you start judging someone else. You know how hard it is to run a country? There's some things I agree with, there's some things I disagree with. But at the same time, I know I can't do it, and your ass definitely can't do it. If you ain't vote, you don't even have a voice. What do you feel about Lil Wayne and Jay-Z beefing? I think two hikers that climb up to the top of a fucking mountain and they argue about whose snow is the coldest is fucking stupid to me. I love both of their albums. I listen to Watch the Throne and I'll listen to Carter 4. I'll buy them both because I support the art. But I think if you're sitting up there and you're arguing with each other and you both make more than 99.9% of the fucking world, I think it's stupid. That's just my opinion. Unless it's for publicity. If it's for publicity, I think it's clever. But if it's just to try to see whose balls is the biggest and you're already bigger than everybody else, then it just doesn't make sense. You should do something with your money. Maybe give back to the people and inspire other people to do something. Because it gets lonely at the top. You don't want to be sitting up there and the only motherfucker you can relate to is your enemy. It just doesn't make sense. Sorry I was so angry, guys, but you motherfuckers make me angry.
For all of those who love me, stay subscribed. For all of those who just met me, subscribe. Share my videos, folks, because somebody might just learn something. Peace.
Over and out. Namaste. Love you. Over and out. Bye.
Leave your answer in the comments down below or in a video response. Bonus points if you do your video response completely ebonically. Because I always, my name Philly Day, you been in. For real. I'll see you tomorrow, cuz.